Okay, so today we're going to go ahead and this is the second day of hyperbolas and we're going to look at the equations. We're going to skip 1 and 2 because that's completing the square, and we're going to focus on 3 through 6. Now, for number 3, what it says is we have vertices at negative 5, 5, 5, and 5, 5, and then we have our foci at negative 7, 5, and 7, 5. So if we think about this, if I just do a quick sketch, which is what I always like to do. All right, so negative 5, 5, so let's say it's right about here. Oops. And then 5, 5. And then our foci are at negative 7, 5. I'm going to do this in blue. And then 7, 5. So this means that what's going to happen is we're going to have our hyperbola is going to look like this. So it's going to be a horizontal one. So that's the first thing that you are going to want to think about. Okay, so your x is going to come first. So you want to look at what your center is going to go ahead and be. So your center, if you think about this, your center is going to be halfway between this 5 and 5. So if you, halfway between negative 5 and 5. So if you add that, negative 5 plus 5 divided by 2, well, that's going to be 0. And so that's going to be at 0, but 0, 5. So our center is going to be at 0, 5. And since this is going to be a horizontal hyperbola, it's going to be x squared first. And then it's going to be, since it's a hyperbola, minus. And then we have, since it's at 0, 5, we're going to have y minus 5 to the second power, okay, equals 1. Now remember, a squared always is under the first fraction. Okay, it doesn't have to be the largest, but it's always under the first fraction. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we know that our a is going to be 5. So a equals 5, so a squared is going to be 25. Now we also know that our c is going to be our distance from the center. So our c is going to go ahead and be 7. So our c squared is going to be 49. So with our equation, we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we're going to have 25 plus b squared equals 49. So b squared is going to be 24. So we're going to have 24. So this is going to be our equation. Okay? All right, so now for number 4, if we go ahead, we kind of think about the same type of thing. I'm going to go ahead and again sketch it. My vertices are going to be at 8, negative 4, 8, positive 4. My foci at 8, negative 6, 8, positive 6. So this time we have a vertical hyperbola. Okay, so we have to think about this is going to be vertical. So our y is going to come first, so we have to think about our center. So our center, if you think about our center, we know that our distance is going to be, A is going to be 4. We also know that C is going to be 6. Now, this is going to go ahead and this is going to be vertical. So our center is going to be at 8, 0. So now when we write this, remember, we have y squared. Remember, this is going to go here first, minus our x minus 8 squared. Okay, this is going to be equal to 1. Our a squared always goes under our first fraction, which is going to be 16. Again, we need to go ahead, sorry for the bell. Again, we need to go ahead and find b. So we're going to go ahead and do a squared, which is 16 plus b squared equals 36. So b squared equals 20. And so that's 20. Okay, so that was pretty similar to number 3. All right, let's look at number 5. Now, number 5, it says we have a vertical hyperbola with center at 4, 3. Okay, so this is vertical. So right away, we know that we can go y, we do opposite, minus 3 squared, minus x, minus 4 squared, because we always go opposite, equals 1 over. Now, it says our asymptote is going to be 5 over 3. Well, remember, this is going to be A over B when it's vertical, because remember from our notes, we have here, when it's vertical, we have A over B. And so we're going to go ahead. This is going to be 25. This is going to be 9. Okay. This next one, it's a horizontal hyperbola with center at -2, 6. So that starts with x, and we can go ahead, x plus 2 squared minus y minus 6 squared. And remember, horizontal is going to be b over a. So remember, a always goes first. And so we're going to go ahead and have 49. And then we're going to have 4 equals 1. Now, you're going to have all different types when you do worksheet 7. So you're just going to have to go ahead and you're going to have to make sure that you understand what you're working with. And then we'll go over questions when we come back together. All right, guys, have a great day.